There's queens that you come across in your life, and then there's like mega hyper super queens, and that's what we've got today. Priyanka Chopra, welcome to the Ranveer Show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So before asking you any questions, could I just tell you two thoughts of you that I've got in my head?
Of course, please.
Okay, so the first is that, with Bollywood celebrities, usually the nation always has mixed opinions on them. Like you have some people who like you and some people who don't like you. But with Priyanka Chopra, irrespective of age, gender, caste, all that, everyone loves you. Like
That's, first of all, very, very kind. And second of all, I don't think that's true.
That's true. I mean, okay, we'll get to the haters later.
Haters don't exist in my life.
Exactly. I feel that. I feel that vibe. But really, you're someone who generally is super magnetic, and that's why the nation has backed you. The second thing I really want to tell you is that the first time I ever realized that a guy can like a girl, and I realized that this concept of crushes exists, you were my first crush in life after I saw Andaz. So
after Andaz?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
you really must like me.
No, you were fantastic. You stole the show. I remember you
thank
coming
you.
on the second half. I remember that movie like it's the back of my hand.
Yeah, I did. I came in after the interval.
Yeah. So,
And my story was done before the climax.
yeah. But you stole the show. You stole the show.
Thank you.
So the first question I have for you is, what is the secret to this magnetism? Because it's not inbuilt. It's something you've worked on over time.
I wasn't born with it, I would say. I think it's called confidence.
Okay.
I feel like confidence is something you can teach yourself. Confidence is, and your story is a little bit like that. You taught yourself and you told yourself what you wanted to be, and you worked towards it.
You're one of the people I learned it from.
Oh, thank you. But that's what I mean. I learned it from my mother. I learned it from the very, very strong people in my family that I looked up to, that showed me that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It matters how large your dreams are. And I have really large dreams.
And you know what I love about you? Even now, I'm pretty sure you're as ambitious as you were when you started out.
Yeah.
Everyone can see that.
My ambition gives me purpose. And I think purpose is very important in life. You have to have a sense of purpose. Whatever that might be. It could be your children. It could be your family. It could be your career. It could be anything. But as a
What's your
human being,
purpose?
I feel like my purpose is I think my purpose is the pursuit of excellence in anything that I do. I don't like doing anything less than perfect.
When you're dying, what do you want people to remember you as?
I want them to say that I left behind a legacy. I want my kids to feel like, proud to say that that's our mom. I want people to say that I made a dent in my art, in entertainment, in my profession, that I'm a public person, that actually through every facet of my life, whether it was my acting, my producing, my philanthropy, just being a girl.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, of course.
So right now, Indians, when they're looking at Priyanka Chopra, every single Indian's like, that's our girl, that's our girl. That's what you've been able to do like right now. So I
See,
can't.
that's already amazing. I mean, eventually, it makes me. I'm from a very small town. I was raised in Bareilly. I was born in Jamshedpur. My dad's from Punjab. I think that if I can have aspirations and be sitting on this chair being interviewed by you, hearing the words that you're saying, it can happen to anyone as long as you have the perseverance to go there.
Yeah. So my next question to you is, when you began in Bollywood, I'm sure you had like a version of it, before you started out.
For sure.
And then it must have changed something in you. So what were those things that you saw and you were like, wait, okay, so this world works like this? That's what
Well, when I first I was 17 when I won Miss India and Miss World. I just turned 18. I started getting movie offers. So at that time, it was very like, oh yeah, being an actor is about wearing the nicest clothes and like getting hair and makeup done and like, saying your lines and like dancing. And it was very trivial in my head because no one from my entire family had ever even been to Bombay, been in entertainment. My dad was a musician, but that was his joy, and he used to sing on stage. It was never in the business of entertainment. But when I started working, like in Andaz, for example, there was a moment where, that song, the one in with Akshay and me when we're in South Africa. What is the song called?
Yeah. When you're partying?
No. The other one. The romantic
I got
song.
it.
Yeah. That one. So that was one of the first songs we shot. And so there were multiple things that I had to achieve at that point. And once the 40-something take had happened and I didn't get it right, I remember Raju Khan was the choreographer at that time, who's Sarojji's son. He threw his mic down and he said, just because you're Miss World, you think you can become an actress? Go learn how to dance and then come back and perform. And luckily, Akshay's wife went into labor at that point, so the schedule was cut short, and we came back to India just for a break. And I remember going to Pandit Viru Krishn's class and I started learning Kathak. I did about 6 hours every single day.
Wow.
And then when I went back for the next schedule, I knew so much more. And that day I realized that there's something about knowledge. There's something about, if you learn, even if you don't know something, if you have an ambition to be somewhere, if you prepare yourself, you have the ability to be better than everyone else.
So you decided to level up at every stage.
I like to be prepared for everything, even if it's an interview, even if I'm going for a red carpet, even if something is trivial to someone.
Even if you're stepping up and becoming a Bollywood producer.
Yes, I like to learn, which is why, as becoming a Hindi movie producer, the reason I decided to produce Sky is Pink was because the producers are Sid Roy Kapoor and Ronnie Screwvala. As producers, I admire them tremendously. I've done about 6 films with them, Barfi, Fashion, films that have defined my career. So I knew I could learn again from them. So I'm new as a producer, so I'm working with people who I can learn from.
Are you nervous about this release?
It's too special for me to be nervous. Whatever the destiny of this film is, I know it doesn't have the comedy and laughter and the big set number and the song pieces. I know it's not that film. But at the same time, there's something that has come really from the deep pinnacles of my heart, because it's based on a real life couple, not some, medal winning athlete like I played the last time, or not some superstar. It's based on real people with extraordinary circumstances, and that's something very special.
Yeah.